Minister Keogh.
Thank you very much. It is proposed that, notwithstanding anything in standing orders or the order of the day, 6th of April 2016, the following business shall be transacted today. Number 1, the nomination of Taoiseach resumed. Number 4, statements on housing. Number 3A, motion establishment a special committee on housing and homelessness. It is proposed, notwithstanding anything in standing orders, that number 1, the arrangements in relation to nomination of Taoiseach shall be as follows. 1, the speech of the proposed and seconder shall not exceed 5 minutes in each case. Number 2, the following, which the Chair shall allow contributions for a period not exceeding 30 minutes, whereupon the Chair shall put the question on any motion made in order in which motions were received. Number 3, on conclusion of the votes on nomination of a Taoiseach in Comhairle shall call on all nominees for a 5-minute statement in each case. Number 4, on conclusion of statements of nominees, statements shall be made by the main spokesperson of Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin, the Labour Party, AAP, BP, Independents for Change, Social Democrats and the Green Party, and non-party deputy or member nominated in their stead shall not exceed 5 minutes in each case, and such member shall share their time, provided that such member has not already spoken. Number 2, the proceedings in relation to number 4 shall have previously concluded be brought to conclusion at 8:30 p.m. tonight, and the following arrangements shall apply. Number 1, the state is a Minister of State and the main spokesperson of the Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin, AAA, PBP, Independents for Change, Social Democrats, the Green Party and non-party deputy or a member nominated in their stead shall not exceed 10 minutes in each case, and each member may share their time. Number 2, the statement of each and other member called upon shall not exceed 10 minutes in each case. And number 3, a minister or minister shall be called upon to make a statement in reply which shall not exceed 5 minutes. On the conclusion of statements in number 3A, motion the establishment of a special committee on housing and homelessness shall be taken without debate, and the Dáil and its rising shall adjourn until Wednesday the 20th of April 2016 at 10:30 a.m. and the only business to be transacted on the day shall be by order agreed on that day.
Thank you, Minister Keogh. There are therefore 5 proposals before the House, the first being the motion on establishing the Committee on Housing and Homeless today. Is that agreed? Agreed by all members. Thank you very much. The second item then is the proposal regarding the arrangements for dealing with the nominations for appointment as Taoiseach. Are those arrangements agreed?
Not agreed.
Sorry, not agreed. Deputy Adams.
We have proposed that we postpone this section and allow for more urgent and meaningful debates on issues which are pressing down upon people, like the issue of health, the Lewis dispute, NAMA and Moore Street. Today's vote, if it goes ahead, will be inconclusive, and I think what we should do is ask those who want to be nominated to go off and discuss policy matters which we understand they have not yet discussed. We have only met here 4 times in 7 weeks. There are huge issues affecting citizens, from homelessness through child poverty, a whole range of matters around health, water charges and industrial agreements that we should be usefully discussing here. So I would like to propose to you, Concordia, that we allow that to proceed and put off this election until there is a proposition which could be conclusive.
Thank you very much, Deputy Adams. No doubting the seriousness of all of the issues you raise, but the item before us is a piece of constitutional business, and precedent dictates that constitutional business must take precedence over everything else. So therefore, I'm afraid we can't take the direction you're suggesting at present. Neither, I think, should either you or I preempt what the House is going to decide in respect of the possible nomination of a Taoiseach. So those who are in favour of the motion say tá. Those who are against say níl. Shunim Gulen Kesh Tritze. Item number 3 is the proposal regarding arrangements for speaking on statements on housing and homelessness. Are those arrangements agreed? Agreed unanimously. Is the proposal regarding the taking of the motion establishing the Committee on Housing and Homelessness without debate? Is that agreed? Agreed by all present. And finally, is the proposal regarding the adjournment until next Wednesday at 10 a.m. agreed? Sorry, Deputy Adams. Deputy Adams again. Yes.
You know, we're very, very well paid to do a job. There are ministers in place who were sacked by the electorate, who are actually implementing policies which they have no mandate for, and which the majority of chalked committee put together to deal with the housing emergency. We were disallowed. I'm not objecting to that. You did what you thought was the appropriate thing. We're now dealing with that. A week has been lost. We need to give people out there some sense that this bubble isn't what envelops everyone in here, that we're conscious of what we were sent in here to do, and that we come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And if these two leaders of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael want to go forward with each other, in the meantime, that shouldn't stop us from getting along with the business we were sent here to deal with.
Thank you, Deputy Adams. Deputy Finian McGrath.
Thank you, Concordia. Can I say, first of all, I'm extremely disappointed of what's going on in the House in relation to the Dáil structures and also the wider issues in society and the major problems that we're having out there. And I think not reconvening until next Wednesday, it's unacceptable. We're all paid TDs. Some of us are working, I accept, in relation to trying to form a government. Other people are staying off the pitch. That's their choice. But the bottom line is, I do think that it's too far away for the Dáil. We should be getting down to business, getting on with some of the issues like housing, health, disabilities, cystic fibrosis, the huge housing issues. We need to get on with those issues. And I think staying off the pitch again in relation to the Dáil until next Wednesday is not acceptable.
Okay. Okay, Deputy.
I think we should be sitting in extra day next week. The excuse has been offered of constitutional business, and obviously constitutional business is very important, but if we're going to continue to come back week after week without this being rectified and not dealing with the issues, I'm sure like many other deputies, I picked up. What are you doing to help us?
Yep.
Just give me a second now.
No, just one voice, please. Deputy, will you conclude what your remarks, please? I'm aware of that.
Along with a number of deputies, I'm sure, picked up many issues of local and regional importance. I think that is high time that we look at.
Okay.
Some models such as topical
issues. Your major point, Deputy, please resume your seat.
Such as topical issues to be taken next week. I have issues in my constituency of particular urgency in relation to the dockyard and Passage West that requires the attention of the Office of Public Works. I think that there needs to be some kind of avenue where we can tease out these issues with ministers.
Your leader has spoken. He's made the point. There's no need for it to be further emphasised. The motion, therefore, is that we would sit on Wednesday next at 10:30. Either tá bháver an rún Aberdís tá, iad atá ag gine Aberdís níl. Sílim gona ceist ritse. Votáil?